What is up, YouTube? Oh my god, I'm back. It's been a few months since I had really any online presence at all, when I was going pretty hard for a while and I was everywhere and then I was nowhere, and that's kind of like what I do sometimes. Gotta recharge. But recently my video on how to or how I manifested my boyfriend, it's getting more views and more people are commenting on it, and they're asking me questions, specifically one question that I'm going to address. But if you don't know me, my name is Mariah. I was saying before that I was a love and empowerment coach, but I want to broaden that, and basically I just help people to align their energy to what they want to bring into their life, and that often is the energy work, and working with energy, working with your body's energy, working with the energy that's around you. I'm huge into Reiki. I use it all the time. And so I just noticed that I was really coaching people with that aspect, in order to bring them through the kind of, repeating things, the same lesson over and over and over again, and it keeps meeting you in the face and you're like, how do I move past this? And you've done everything. Chances are it's an energetic thing. And energetics is at the baseline of everything, and if you're going through something like through a breakup, or if you're feeling unhappy in your body, just anything where you can't quite move past it yourself, a lot of the time it's an energetic build up, and it's actually a lot easier to move than a lot of people think. So I will be talking about that a little bit more as well, also because of the whole pandemic thing that we're going through and everybody's health, and honestly your energetic field is key to keeping you healthy as well, because if we have a weak aura or weak, it's really your energetic, like, magnetic field that comes out of you. If it's weak, then your immune system's not as strong, but if you keep that strong, you're protected, just from the environment that we live in. There's lots of stuff out on the streets, even from people driving cars, that gets in your face and your skin. All these things, they build up, but that is not the point of this video. However, it does tie into what I'm going to talk about, because it ties into everything for me, and I think it's like the real secret, honestly. You might hear a little bell. It's my boyfriend playing with our kitty, so he doesn't bother me and knock something over. The reason I made this video is to tell you how you can actually attract, the right person for you, especially if you're trying right now to attract a specific person. This is what I find a lot of people don't tell you. People make these videos where they say, oh, you can attract anybody with this, and you'll, find the love of your life and whatever. And a lot of the time we have a specific person in mind, and I get it, like, trust me, like, that's happened before. But I want to share something that you could do to bring that in, or something better. Like, what I've really been noticing a lot is that I get a lot of women, lovely ladies, who are like, oh, I can't attract my ex or this specific person. I'm getting so frustrated and I can't have it. And I'm like, whoa, like, don't be frustrated, baby girl. Like, it's all good. It's all good. But if you're trying to attract a certain person and you're just getting frustrated, that's not the vibration of love, baby. You gotta be on the vibration of love. And it sounds so, like, out there. And if it's not resonating with you, I totally get it. For a long time, this didn't resonate with me at all, because I couldn't understand. I couldn't absorb that information. And that's just because when you're not ready to do it, your brain just kind of like glosses it over. And then later you'll be like, oh, I heard that years ago. Like, oh, like, I do it all the time. And honestly, like the best advice that I have for attracting a specific person is to make a soulmate list. And this is like, I know that so many people have heard of this and this has been talked about before, but I find that when I teach it, everybody's like, oh, I didn't think about it like that. So I was like, okay, maybe I need to talk about this more because I'm seeing it this way and doing it this way, and it makes sense to me. But you know, I'm not in everybody's brain, so maybe it could be good for you as well if you're the same maybe kind of thinker. I'm very visual, and the soulmate list like was incredible. But I want to say that the best thing about the soulmate list is that you can be super general and super specific at the same time. So if you have a certain person in mind and this is like the guy of your dreams, you can still do this and it's still like applicable to your situation. I think this is what people who are trying to attract a specific person versus general are like, oh no, we can't do the same things. It's just, you know, I have nobody in mind or I have somebody in mind. But really this is good for both. Because if you have the specific person in mind, what traits do you like about them? Like what draws you to them? You know, if you broke up with your ex because of, you know, some huge misunderstanding and you want to bring them back, and your ex used to, you know, always make me, or you in this case, always make you pancakes like Sunday mornings or something, that was your thing, and you really missed that, or, you know, maybe they were super funny or super chill and like, you know, maybe they really liked your parents, something like that. Great. Write all those things down, even if you don't have somebody in mind and that sounds nice. Those are the things that you should be writing down, because energetics, baby, all of our words, all of the things that we write, it's mantras are very powerful for this reason, because when we write, they're called spells, they go out into this, you know, amazing magic that we can't see in front of our eyes, because our eyes just see like that much of what's going on here. So when we write or even typing, it's just the intention of whoosh, getting it out of your body, like, yes, this is what I want. And especially in a way that makes you feel good. So when I did mine, and I have a whole video talking just about this list that I did for a previous course of mine. So I'll post that below if you want to check it out. I go, it's like 20 minutes long and I just talk about it. And, you know, I wrote mine and then I met my boyfriend randomly like a month later. And I'll have to double check the time, but it wasn't very long. And I just had fun. I was like, okay, you know what? I didn't have anybody specific in mind. I was like, I don't know where this guy is. I know that he's not from my country. And I know that he's super funny. I know he loves to talk. I know that he, you know, my family really loves him, and that obviously I really love him. We're both really attracted to each other. Things like that, where I was like, yeah, obviously my relationship's going to be like that. So I wrote it down because I just had fun. I was like, okay, think of the day-to-day things. What kind of a person do I really want to be with, to build my life with? And, you know, once you kind of get going, it just goes, oh, yeah, la, 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 la. And like, we like to get Thai food all the time. We both love dogs and whatever. And when you do that, even if you have like, lean on here, even if you have somebody specific in mind, just go general with their traits. Like, say that, you know, you like, or I'm so attracted to him because of his body type that I love. You know, like, when you say those kinds of things, you don't have to be specific with what kind of body type you love, because your team, like God, the universe, they know your preferences. They know exactly what you want all the time. This is just training you to align to that frequency of like getting into it, like, oh yeah, you know, my boyfriend, we do this and whatever, my girlfriend, we have fun. And the more that you can do that and kind of, you just like, it's like you start to call it in, because it's out there anyways. As soon as you think about it, it's out there. As soon as your like little boop 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 antennas go like, oh, it would be really nice if I had a boyfriend like that, or girlfriend like that, or partner like that, it's created. I know that sounds like crazy, but it's out there, right? You put it out there and it's here, right? And maybe you're down here a little bit. You're like, oh, like I wish, like I kind of feel, like it's not gonna happen or whatever. So the more that you can come up where that partner is already, because they're already there, they're out there for you. And the more that you can align with the feelings that you want to feel, the faster you just go like, boop, 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 because you're on the same frequency, and then you have to meet and you have to match, and it has to happen like that. It just happens like that. And that's just what happens. Like, it's the same with love, it's the same with money, it's the same with purpose, it's the same with joy, it's the same with anything. It's the same with depression, it's the same with fear, it's the same with anxiety. The more that you align yourself with the frequency of whatever that thing is, you just kind of go bop, 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 come here, and the universe keeps going, whoo, 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 there it is, there it is, there it is. And your only job is just to like kind of get to where you want to be. And you don't even have to get there very long. That's the thing, is like you just have to do some exercises, maybe, if that makes you feel good. Think good thoughts about this person coming into your life, how they would fit into your life. This is a big one too. Specific person or not, is where's the space for them in your life? Do you have I don't have that later. Do you have like space for them in your home? Can you make a little space? Can you maybe buy something that the kind of person that you're with is gonna like? Like, I don't know. These are things like that. You just have to get creative, and you don't have to tell anybody about it. You just be like, oh, I bought this for me, whatever it is, even though it's like for a guy. If you're a girl, I don't know. Do whatever you want. And yeah, there's just a little bit of that where I find, you can just go more general regardless of who you're trying to attract. And then say, you start getting into these traits, and then you're like, wait, this person that I'm thinking of, I actually kind of want this in a partner instead, Or you write all the same things, and then, you attract somebody new who is all those things and more, which is ideal and likely what is going to happen. And typically what I see happen when people try to attract a specific person, as soon as they go general, they meet somebody randomly who's like super amazing. And that's just how it happens, because you just have to align with the frequency. You might have to clear some stuff, and I have another video on that as well, and I want to talk about that more, especially if you're finding yourself attached to a specific person. It is really good to look at why you're attached, where'd that come from? And then, you are sovereign. So everything that you do is for you. It's not selfish. It's your life, and this is your universe. Everybody has their own, projection of what's going on. And, sometimes you just need a better person. And yeah, so I don't know, I see people getting upset that they're not attracting the right person that they have in mind, and it just makes me so sad, because not sad, but I just get like kind of bummed, because like, you can just go more general, and it can still feel really good, and you can still feel these feelings of this person, and think of what it's going to be like with them, right? But just go more general, so that you kind of leave the door open, because getting frustrated and doing this, that you're not bringing that right person in, it's just creating anxiety in your life, right? And then now you don't have this person, and now you're anxious too, and like that sucks, so I always recommend people just like take the pressure off, take a load off, take the pressure off yourself. You don't have to do so much work. That's actually like, I don't know, my main lesson in my life, and what I try to help people with is like, you don't have to do so much. Like, actually, when you do so much, you just get in the way of way more that is coming for you. And I can tell you, every single time that I'm so frustrated, like recently. There's just been so much happening that I get so frustrated. And then as soon as I just like, and I like relax into the present moment, maybe I go for a long meditation or I go for a run, something like that. And then I'm like, oh yeah, you know what? Everything's cool. I know what I need to do today. It would be fun for me to film a YouTube video, but like there's no pressure, you know, nobody's watching me telling me to do it or like whatever. It's just, you know, if it feels fun, I'll do it. And as soon as I get into that mode, something amazing happens, you know, like somebody will give me money, free food, you know, something that's just the universe being like, yeah, we got you, just relax. And that is, you know, that's a part of the energetics as well, is that the more that you relax, the more you're into the flow. And I was gonna make a separate video about this probably, but I just want to describe this visual analogy that I have in my head because it keeps coming up, and usually when this happens for me, that means I need to share it. And basically the visual is we each have our own individual boat in this like giant sea that is just for us, and the sea is like totally vibing. I always see it as kind of like pink water, kind of like woo, and it's just pure love, and it's just holding you, and you're in your little boat, and I call this the peace boat because you're in your boat just on this ocean of love, just like totally at peace. And I feel that when I'm at peace, I'm in that boat. I just kind of like, you know, I'm floating along, everything's good. And my guides described to me that when you're in this peace boat, they, you know, they have like the whole blueprint roadmap of where you need to go layered on top of you down below here, just like chilling, just like woo. And then they go, finally, she's in her boat. We can just whoosh, take her where she needs to go, to this desire that she shot off to us today, or 3 years ago. She's finally at peace now, and we can give it to her. And it's only when we're relaxed and at peace and are feeling good that our guides can fully take control and just kind of steer the boat for a little bit. And it's always in a direction on a route that you would not have planned yourself. So there really is no use in planning. And this is something that I still can't get through my head. I think that's why I'm getting so many visuals of like, do this. And something else about that visual is that I could see when I was down in the water and like, not drowning, like drowning, but like I had an anchor attached to me, drowning in this water, this pink water, and the deeper I got, the darker the water got, like it turned red down to black. And the anchor would be my worries, my anxiety, you know, something where I'm just like, oof, when really all you have to do is just like let go of that anchor, boop, 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 float back up, do something that makes you feel peaceful, makes you feel joyful, that makes you just feel relaxed. I know for me, even when I meditate now, I feel this like so fast in between my hands. It just feels like water moving, whoosh, and it feels so good. And I just feel totally at home. So that's just a little visual. If you're a visual person like me, maybe it'll help you. I always think of it lately when I'm like, okay, I'm really anxious, I'm doing this, it's not working, blah, 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 blah. What can I do just to feel peaceful? What's something I can do? You know, it's painting sometimes it's taking a nap, sometimes it's meditating, sometimes, honestly, I'm crazy, but sometimes it's spinning around in a circle. That's me though, you know, there's different things for you. Some people like to paint their nails and it feels really peaceful, or, you know, get a massage, things like that. And the more that you do that, the universe already knows what you want because you talk about it all the time. So they can just take you there. And that's the point. And that's the point also of attracting a specific person, to kind of tie this all in, is it's supposed to feel good. Love is supposed to feel good. You're supposed to feel good while you're in love. And, you know, the more that you can emulate the characteristic traits, the things that you want in the relationship, the faster, I swear to God, the faster you'll just align to it. For example, if you want somebody who helps you feel peaceful as well, somebody who's not dramatic, then you need to do the same and just do more things that make you feel at peace. If you want somebody who is active and takes care of themselves, then you should do the same as well, because you need to bring yourself up to attract it. And, you know, as soon as you're on that same level, it's like magnets, I promise. And I know that it gets kind of weird at first if you're putting yourself in these new positions out of your comfort zone, but I you know, I met my boyfriend when I was just randomly out, and my friend just went pop, and we've been together ever since. Like, you never know how it's gonna happen. And I promise you, if you just relax, stay in your peace boat, just like, ooh, chilling as much as possible. I know it's not practical all day, and it's like practical perhaps for like 5 minutes out of every day, but even that 5 minutes is so valuable, and you do a lot of this work in your dreams as well. So yeah, that's what I have. I kind of want to say an affirmation too. I just had it, something where I'm just getting affirm, and it's just to affirm that you're okay. Like, just creating that kind of dialogue with your higher self and say, higher self, show me that this is all good. Show me peace. Help me to align with peace. Thank you. And honestly, saying things like that, I told you before, your words or spells is magic, baby, and you can make it happen. Talk to you guys later, and let me know what other kind of videos you want. I did have somebody asking me for more manifestation stuff, so I think I'll do that, because I've manifested cool stuff before, like living in Greece. That was awesome. And then, you know, I'll tell a story later. My boyfriend, money, things like that. So I think I'll do that one next. But if you have anything else, let me know, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Love you all.